Hello, so they just released the trailer for Julius the Cat, and unlike of previous trailers we've had for heroes, this one honestly didn't give us a whole lot of information about the hero. We know he's a tank hero. He does buffs his allies with the shields, but they didn't give us like tell us about any of his other abilities or anything else. So I assume it's his ultimate generated shield theme. But one thing I noticed is that up in the buff tree, like if we look at this video here, like let's pause it here. If you see like up in the buff tray here. I don't see an armor buff or anything. Like, does he not buff mitigation or does he buff like magic defense and stuff? I don't know. It's like really weird. I'm like, I was expecting him to just buff armor or something. But like you can see the shield up, but there's no like armor buff up here. So I don't know. Like, is this just like because the trailer's not very good and they didn't really think this through, or is he like not buff mitigation? Like if he doesn't buff, like if he buffs magic defense, that's probably okay. But if he doesn't buff mitigation, you'll kind of probably run into a lot of the same problem Galahad has. Like I've mentioned this many times, one of Galahad's issues, Galahad's an okay hero. One of his issues is that he is the only tank who does not buff mitigation. He buffs physical attack instead, which really holds him back. Like every other tank, they buff armor or they buff dodge. We used to have a tank that buffed magic defense, but they changed her to be a mage, which again, probably one of the most controversial changes they ever made to the game was the Lilith rework. Many call it a Lilith nerf, but that's a rant for another day. I've actually done videos on that, but yeah. So I don't know. So Julius, like said, so this might be a potential problem with Julius. Like mobile import heroes have mostly been, many of them have been kind of lackluster. I mean, Morgan's really good. Corvus is okay. Amira is okay. Fafnir, it has a niche, but then there's heroes like Alvanor and Tristan and like that nobody plays like pretty much ever. So it's just, like I said, the ones for mobile usually are not nearly as good as the heroes made for actual hero wars. So, yeah, we'll see if he ends up being relevant or not. But he'll be here next week, and you can expect some videos on that. Not too much more to say on that. If you didn't catch my previous video where I talked about him, you can find that below. Thanks for watching.